Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting to you live inside DPAT's laboratory at Barangay Anonas in the city of Ordinero, the province of Pangasinan, the Republic of the Philippines. This is your host slash racer slash marshal slash producer slash director, all in one package at once. It's Don Patrick DPAT Aguilar again for DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube, bringing you another live stream of Tamiya Mini 4 Drive Racing action on a rainy Run and Gun Wednesday afternoon right here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 3. Yes. Hello mga kadipat and good afternoon to all who are watching this live stream right now. For those who will be watching anytime here inside DPAT's laboratory on a rainy running gun Wednesday afternoon here at Barangay Anona sa kasagsagan po ng Ordaneta City Fiesta, simultaneously the Town Fiesta of Santa Barbara, o rin yung inyo pong lingkod as Mass Rider DPAT. It's Don Patrick DPAT na ginawa segment, by the way. Bringing you another array of Tamiya Mini 4 Racing action coming at you in a few moments, live streaming here on YouTube channel DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar. So for those who are still new to this channel, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube, also on Facebook DPAT Tamiya League, An Evening with DPAT Aguilar and DPAT Aguilar, and on TikTok it's at DPAT Tamiya League. Yan. So, as we take a look at this track layout na napakasimple lang naman talagang tingnan kahit kaya nga pwedeng rat-rat kasi konti lang naman yung patalon. Alright! So mga kadipat, we are on a rainy running gun Wednesday because of the localized thunderstorms. Kaya po nag-uulan dito. So, as we resume our discussion, ito na nga po. Once again, happy fiesta to both the city of Ordinera and Santa Barbara. Ayun nga po, babalik po yung inyo. Kanina po, yung inyo pong lingkod, kaninang umaga, sinubukang mag-bike hanggang East Central School sa Santa Barbara. Of course, I cordially invite everyone for the upcoming race on Saturday at East Central School in Santa Barbara, Pangasinan, simultaneous to the ongoing Town Fiesta right there. So first day, nag-first day pala nung and the third day, actually 3 na pala yung Santa Barbara. Yung City of Urdaneta, nag-start ng fiesta kahapon hanggang 10 po yun. Pero yung Santa Barbara, 1 to 8 lang po. So, sa third to the last day, may Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive race na magaganap po ron sa East Central School sa Santa Barbara, Pangasinan. Yun nga po, ang category lang po ron ay X-Stock or Basic Max category lamang po. So, ayan, yung sa lahat ng mga makasali, ayan, come join the fun. And of course, it's just Tamiya Mini 4 racing action. Let's just do our best right there. Kahit nakailang panalo na po tayo, nakailang third run, at least nakapag-championship na rin sa Pro Stock. So, let's just do our best the rest of the way. Alright. So, as we move on with our, as we move forward to this race day number 2 of 8, this December 2025, we'll just throw ourselves back for a little bit regarding the previous edition. Yun nga po, sina Zeta, Unicosmos, Escolta, Papa Roach, Cosmo, Atomica, Timac, Avatari at Ferreira yung nagpasimuno ng ating December 2025 here on DTL SMC Season 2. And after those 21 races in the single round robin, ang mga nakapasok na sa Final 4, well, Papa Roach, Cosmo, Atomica, Timac, Avatari, and Escolta. Respectively, sila yung number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 na tumapos at the end of the 21 races in the single round robin, going to the race-ups. At sa semifinals, ay yung mga naglaban ay sina Papa Roach at Escolta, 1 versus 4 matchup yan. The other semi-final pairing was Cosmo Atomica versus Timac Avatari, wherein the Orange Agents, Papa Roach and Cosmo Atomica won their respective oppositions. Going through the championship race, the first of the 8 championship race for this month, and first race for third naman natin was Timac Avatari versus Escolta, repeat of race number 1 and 2 respectively, yung mga yun, ano. Sa race for the bronze, it was a repeat of race number 2 between Timac Avatari and Escolta. Unang, dun sa single round robin, nanalo si Team Avatari laban kay Escolta, and it was deja vu doon sa kanilang rematch sa Race for the Bronze, wherein Team Avatari successfully won, successful against Escolta, successfully finished the 6-lap requirement, and eventually nanalo nga po ng unang aggregate point this month of December 2025 upon finishing third. And in the championship race, the Orange Agents went at it. Yung mga Agent Orange nagsalpukan sa ating championship race. Cosmo Atomica versus Papa Roach. Napaka-exciting naman po yung naging championship race nun. At kaya sa kasamang palad, umimbang si Papa Roach sa last 2 laps. Going to the final lap na sana, umimbang si Papa Roach, and eventually Cosmo Atomica went on to finish the 6-lap requirement and eventually winning the championship. First of the 8 championships for DTL SMC Season 2 this month of December 2025. So at the end of that race day, podium finishers were Cosmo Atomica as champion, Papa Roach as second placer, and Team Avatari finished at third. Yeah, so 3, 2, and 1 point respectively going to this race day number 2 of 8 this December 2025 here on DTL SMC Season 2. So, meron tayong 4 na bagong challengers ngayon. So, yung top 3 ang natira. Yung nangulilat na 4 previously, sina Unicosmos, Zeta, Escolta, at si Pereira, pinalitan sila ngayon ni na Avatari, Zen, Apus, Target, at ni Shinji, the comebacking Shinji, in our race day number 2 of 8 here on DTL SMC Season 2. So, without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race day number 2 on a rainy run and gun Wednesday afternoon here at Barangay Anonas in the city of Ordanera, the province of Pangasinan, the Republic of the Philippines. Once again, this is Don Patrick D. Aguilar, streaming live on DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar for the continuing coverage of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. So without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race number 1, featuring first Avatari taking on Zenaku. Alright, in our race number 1 for today's edition, Run and Gun Wednesday edition, is going to be Avatari taking on Zenaku here. And in this matchup, Avatari will start at lane 2, Zenaku starts at lane 1. Again, Avatari at lane 2 and Zenaku at lane 1 as their respective starting lanes to kick off our Run and Gun Wednesday edition here on DCL SMC Season 2, beginning with this race number 1. Ready, set, fight. Lasing. Drunken Master. Mga Drunken Master. Pambata yung peg. Kaya maganda ka bulan dito Penultimate lap, Avatari still with the lead. Final lane changer. On to the final lap we go. Let's see. Okay, ang gandang laban. Ang gandang laban. What a way to start up our rainy Run and Gun Wednesday edition today on DTL SNC with Avatari winning over Zenaku. What a good start for Avatari in its return this month of December 2025 here on DTL SNC Season 2 to wrap up the entire Season 2 actually. So, palapit na tayo sa ating season finale. Alright. Zenaku lost to Avatari. But that was a good race though. Walang nag-imbangan, parehong takbuhang banayad whiskey. Parehong banayad whiskey yung ating mga auto sa ating race number 1. In the meantime, we'll proceed right away with our race number 2. Ito, kabaliktaran naman ito. Parang rat-rata na mangyayari. Expected na rat-ratan tong race number 2 natin between the limited edition car kits. Team Avatari, the limited edition Aero Asia Challenge 2024 going up against the Merlion Edition's Target. And in this matchup of limited edition car kits, Team Avatari will start at lane 1. And kasi last time, 1 lane 2 lane, 1 lane 2 lane, 1 lane 2. Ngayon, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Ganun mangyayari. In our race number 2, Team Avatari starting at lane 1, Target at lane 2. So that's identical with the respective colors. At the red lane, it's Target. And at the blue lane, it's Team Avatari having those respective starting lanes in this race. Number 2. Sabi ko na, last course. Ready, set, fight. Nako, umatras. Okay, game pa. Direct lock, final yung finger na yan. Good. Final lock. Sabi ko na, rak-rak eh. Winner. Target, winner. Ganda na anak. Ganda ng pick-up ni Target. Grabe. Ganda ng pick-up na yan. Stargek, winner. Alright. Thanks for watching. Yung nag-one view ngayon dyan. Thanks for watching DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 here on DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar. Yan. Muli po, please like, follow, share, subscribe to DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. For more of Tamiya Mini 4-wheeler racing action and some documentaries as well. And some other travel vlogs pa. Coming soon po yung mga karugtong nung sa the new normal Mass Rider Adventure the Adventures of Mass Rider DPAT. Yan, abangan niyo yan. Race number 3. Right away, we got here Papa Roach taking on Shinji. Shinji the Iron Beat taking on Papa Roach the Slash Reaper in our race number 3. And for this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 2. Shinji at lane 1. Again, Shinji starting at lane 1. Papa Roach starting at lane 2 in this race number 3. Ready, set, fight. Shinji ahead. Paso yung ball, yun. Ganda. And alternate lap, let's see. And a lap. Winner. Ganda. Ganda nun ah. Sabi ni Eds na Kalkap. Shoutout pala kay Eds na Kalkap ng ng La Union. Shoutout sa Eds. Kita-kits tayo dyan sa sa Santa Barbara on Saturday. Yan, of course, sasali pong inyong lingkod dyan. Alright. Natanggal yung yung takip. Okay. Shinji winner. Upset victory over Papa Roach in its triumphant return. Dahil dati na po sumali to sa Season 4 reload natin nitong November at December. Ngayon, binalik ko lang ngayon. This year, binalik ko siya ulit. This December. Lower seeded ngayon, bumabanat sa races 2 and 3. Mga lower seeded ang nagpanalo. Race number 4 will feature Cosmo Atomica versus Zennaku. And in our race number 4, Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 1, Zennaku this time starting at lane 2. Again, Cosmo Atomica at lane 1, Zennaku at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 4. Ready, set, fight. Bilis pa rin, grabe. Ay, grabe. Nakaka pa rin yung pagod ng test talaga. Most of it, lap. Final lap. Okay. Winner. Cosmo Atomica winner over Zennaku. Alright. Winner. So, early test, early acid test para rito kay, kay Shinji later on in our race number 7 as Shinji will take on Cosmo Atomica later on. But before we proceed, short break muna tayo dahil patayin ko muna yung kanin doon sa kusina. Parang may sunod. Panalos pala siya na, no, Cosmo? Cosmo again, Zenaku won it. Race number 5. Race number 5 will feature Avatari taking on Stargate. So another Era Avante in the way of Stargate to clinch another victory here in our race number 5. And in this matchup, Avatari will start at lane 2. And Avatari starting at lane 2. And Stargate starting at lane 1. So it's opposite their respective colors. Again, the red lane or lane 2, that's the starting lane of Avatari. And Stargate will start at the blue lane or lane 1 in this race. Number 5. Ready, set, tight. Mabilis talaga. Pag-asa na lang talaga, bang, pinag-break lang. Final lap, grabe yung mixture dun sa ano. Oh, grabe yung talon dun sa ano. Grabe yung talon niya sa... Grabe yung talon po, mga kadipat, nung Stargate dun sa Digi-Stripe, tinalunan lang talaga eh, oh. Talagang ginalop na gano'n, parang dolphin dive. Talagang dolphin dive yung ginawa, grabe. Stargate, winner. Back-to-back victories for Stargate. Yan, good start. Good start on its comebacking campaign, on its comeback trail. AVSG. Tapos, Stargate won 2-0. So, yung dalawang Avante, tinalo. Dalawang Avante, tinalo ni Stargate. Grabe. Alright. Race number 6, we have here Papa Roach taking on T-Mac Avatari. Alright. In our race number 6, Papa Roach will take on T-Mac Avatari. And in this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 1. T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 2. So again, opposite their respective colors once more. Is Papa Roach starting at the blue lane or lane 1. T-Mac Avatari will start at the red lane or lane 2. In this race number 6. Ready, set, fight. Ay, tumaray! Oy! Ano ganda, final lane leader na si Taylor, final lap, si Galing. Wow! That was indeed an amazing display of speed and stability right there for T-Mac Avatari to clinch that victory over Papa Roach. T-Mac Avatari settling score against Papa Roach. Alright. So the Twin Era The Twin Era Abantes will go at it later in our race. Number 9. T-Mac Avatari won. Wala tayong mga tabla so far. Ang ganda. Ang ganda ng mga ratrata natin ngayong December. As we wrap up the first week today. We're wrapping up the first week today. Going to our final 2 weeks beginning December 8th. Race number 7. We got here Cosmo Atomica taking on Shinji. And like I said earlier, it's an early acid test for Shinji going up against Cosmo Atomica, pitted itself against Cosmo Atomica in our race number 7, wherein Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 2, Shinji starting at lane 1. Again, Shinji starting at lane 1, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 2 in this race. Number 7. Ready, set, fight. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Grabe naman yung balot nun. And up. KO. What an upset! What an upset victory right there by Shinji over Cosmo Atomica. Yan. Shinji with an upset victory over Cosmo Atomica. Another amazing display of speed and stability right there. Wow! So, finals rematch na tayo sa ating race number 10 later. Ibang klase. Cosmo Atomica natalo kay Shinji sa kulilat pa. Aray ko. Aray ko po. Okay. Race number 8. Right away. It's the race between it's a race between the what do you call this, mga kadipat? It's a race between the animal racers in our race number 8. So it's going to be Zenaku taking on Stargek. Alright. Zenaku versus Stargek for our race number 7. And in this matchup, Stargek will start at lane 1. Zenaku at lane 2. Zenaku rather at lane 1, Stargek at lane 2, identical with his color, which is red. Again, at the red lane, it's Stargek, and at the blue lane, it's Zenaku, having those respective starting lanes for this race number 8. Zenaku pala yung higher seat pala rito. Ready, set, fight. Ito umangat pa yun, ha? Ayun, medyo nagsinuna. Pag mga ganyan rat-ratan, kayang-kaya pala eh. Penultimate lap, final lane changer na yan. Good, final lap, let's see. Oh, oy, good. Winner na rin lang. Okay na yun. Okay pa yun yung nag-forward flip. Okay lang yun, nag-forward flip naman pala. Tumambling. Ang galing ng tumbling ni Zenaku, sayang nga lang, kinapos. Banderang kapos lang. So, walang imbang yun. Stargek 3-0 against Zenaku this time. Third victim, Zenaku. Si Zenaku yung huli, yung pangatlong biktima. Grabe. Stargek 1. 3-0. Stargek 3-0. Zenaku 0-3. Aray ko. Sakit niyan. Ang sakit. Napakasakit Kuya Eddie na naman. Race number 9 right away is the much-awaited rematch of the Twin Aero Avantes. It's going to be T-Mac Avatari taking on Avatis number 9. And then this matchup of Twin Aero Avantes na naglaban sa race up, the first ever race up for the Champion of the Month award last October 2025. And in this match, so the matchup na to, Team Avatari will start at lane 2. Avatari starting at its home color, blue lane, with that which is lane 1. Again, at the blue lane, Avatari, and at the red lane, Team Avatari having their respective starting lane for this race number 9. Ready, set, ay! Kawin talaga. Good. Okay. Good. Good. Final lang, final changer. Good. Final lap. Couple. Kick. Okay. Winner. T-Mac Avatari retaining its good speed and stability to win over Avatari. Alright. Tapos na pala siya dun. Si ano na. Avatari lost to T-Mac. Dalawa na. Talo ni Dalawa ng talo ni Avatari. Winner. Winner yon. winner. Loser ang aantayin dito ng ni Avatari. Yung mga nalalabing assignment ni Avatari, Cosmo, Papa Roach, at saka si Shinji. So, loser. Loser ang aantayin niya. The much-awaited rematch from the previous championship race will now happen right away in our race number 10 as Cosmo Atomica will take on Papa Roach once again. The Orange Agents will go at it one more time for this week. And in this matchup, the next of the many chapters in the rivalry between the Orange Agent or yung mga Agent Orange natin. The Orange Army going at it once more in our race number 10. And in this matchup, Cosmo Atomica will start lane 1, Papa Roach at lane 2. Again, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1, Papa Roach starting at lane 2 in this rematch from the previous championship race in our race number 10. Ready, hit, ay, ganda-laban to. Habol! Ay, malintik. Penultimate lap, final lane danger for Papa Roach. Good, final lap. Habol pa ba ni Papa Roach? Tingnan natin. Oh! What a race number 10, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! Wow! That was just split second difference. Dun sa that's just a hairline of a win. Holy smoke. Ganito lang po yung gap. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the gap. It's just split second. I think half a second late. More or less half a second late lang si Cosmo Atomica tumapos. Grabe! What race number 10. That was indeed one of the candidates, one of the potential candidates for a race of the day this December 3, 2025. And at that, and it's indeed a triumphant victory for Papa Roach, settling score against Cosmo Atomica. Wow! Wow! Grabe! Bang klase yun! Ibang klaseng race number 10 yung nakita po natin, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Next, race number 11 right away. So we have to finish as early as possible. Dahil yung kapitbahay po natin, napakaingay po ng kanyang background music. Posible po tayo makapirate claim dito. Pwede po tayong makapirate claim. So yung mga nag-aano dyan, please bear with us. Kayo naman dapat ang makisama, hindi yung kami na lang makikisama sa inyo. Hindi pwede yon. Hindi pwedeng hindi kami pakikisamahan. Dapat kayo ang makisama. Hindi kami. Alright, race number 11 na po tayo. Right away, it's going to be Stargate versus Shinji. It's a race between the Reds in our race number 11. And for this matchup, Stargate will start at lane 2. Shinji at lane 1. Again, Shinji back at lane 1 as its starting lane, and Stargate will start at its own color, which is the red lane or lane 2 in this race number 11. Magandang pakbakan to. Ready, set, fight! Medyo na-tilt, pero okay lang yan. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Wow. What burst of speed and stability displayed right there by Shinji to beat Stargate. Wow! Grabe! Wow, pare, bigat. Sabay ka na. Shinji with an upset victory against Stargate. Alright. Ano yun? Loser, winner. Yan. Tapos na ba si Shinji kay Papa Roach? Hindi pa. Tama. Winner. Shinji, Stargate, Shinji, panalo, first loss yun actually, agawan pala yun sa, unbeaten record. Sa race number 11 pa lang yun, someone's O has got to go pala. Kasi para yung undefeated pala yung dalawa. Yung dalawang kulilat ko, ano pala yun, mga undefeated, wala pang talo. O ngayon, si Stargate may isang talo. Someone's O has got to go pala. Somebody's O has got to go pala itong laban na itong race number 11 natin. Wow. But that was amazing indeed, ladies and gentlemen. As we move forward to our race number 12, it's going to be Team Avatari taking on Zenaku. Alright. Team Avatari taking on Zenaku in our race number 12. And then for this matchup, Team Avatari will start at lane 1, Zenaku at lane 2. Again, Team Avatari at lane 1, Zenaku at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race. Number 12. Ready, set. Okay, basuka. Yan ba? Yun na tinatabi ko yung malakas sa baterya eh. Still good. That's just good. That's just good. Final lane changer. Good. Penultimate lap niya yan. Final lap. Second wave. Sa wakas, nakapanalo rin. Nakabawi rin sa wakas. Zenaku finally winning one. Crescent wave. Crescent, at tapos na pala si T-Mac dyan. I think hindi si Zenaku tapos na. Kay Stargate at saka kay T-Mac, tapos na. Si Stargate tapos na rin kay T-Mac at Zenaku. At si T-Mac tapos na rin kay Zenaku at kay Stargate. Waiting. Waiting pala yung tatlo. Waiting. Waiting silang tatlo. O kaya yun. Winner, loser, winner. O yung loser ng Cosmo Atomic at saka ano. Hindi. Si Cosmo hintayin ni ano. Pala. Ni T-Mac. Sino na lang ba natira kay T-Mac? Si Cosmo at saka si Shinji na lang pala. Okay. Sige. Zenaku won against T-Mac. Split para kay T-Mac Avatari. So far, in 4 races of T-Mac Avatari, it's a split. A split of wins and losses. So far, no draw scored just yet. Naka 12 race na pala tayo. So we're more than halfway done already with our single round robin for today. So I just sip a little Coke. Okay, race number 13. Let's proceed right away with our race number 13. Yan, uminom lang ng Coke. Inyo pong lingkod. Sa tindi ng laban, inuhaw. Sabi ko sa inyo quality sports entertainment, simply world class itong D-Pats Tamiya League. Siyempre naman po. Alright, race number 13. It's going to be Cosmo Atomica versus Avatari. Alright. In our race number 13, Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 2, Avatari at lane 1. So it's identical with their respective colors. The blue lane or lane 1, that's the starting lane of Avatari. Whereas Cosmo Atomica will start at the red lane or lane 2 in this race. Number 13. Ready, hit, bite. Patay, quick start. Quick start si Cosmo Atomica. Malakas malakas. Oy! Okay, winner. Okay na, okay na. Toy, Aldi! Alis ka dyan. Kunwari, ang sabi ni Cosmo Atomica kay Avatari, nakaharang sa Avatari. Biglang binundol sa kabila, alis dyan. Alis dyan! Chinupi talaga Initsapuera talaga doon. Darag. That's entertainment. Ano lang yan for comedy purposes only. For comedy, I just have to put some humor in it, you know. Alright. It's Cosmo Atomica emerging victorious over Avatari after that accidental foul committed by Avatari. Alright. So, Cosmo won. So it's going to be the remaining assignments for Cosmo Atomica will be Team Akabatari and Stargate. So dito na si winner kasi si Stargate kanina, so dito na si Cosmo Atomica later. O tapos yung si Abatari, waiting. Waiting yan. Waiting. Waiting. Abatari Cosmo. Yan. Green. Split din kay Cosmo Atomica. Uy, gumagandang laban natin ha. Baka magkaroon pa ng baka magkaroon pa ng tiebreaker ito mamaya. Let's just see later. Let's see later on if it does gonna happen. Papa Roach Shinji. Ay, tapos na pala. Patay. Race number 4. Tapos na pala eh. Ay, si na. Ano ba yung last na ni Papa Roach? Si T-Mac. Talo. Pero kay Papa Roach, nanalo kay Cosmo na huli. Winner. Stargate tapos. Ay, tama si Stargate pala. Oo. Kasi, yung si si Papa Roach, tapos na pala siya kay si, ayun nga yung una, actually. Yun nga yung una pala. So, Cosmo, T-Mac, yun. Tapos yung si Shinji, wala pa siyang talo, tatlo, panalo. Si Sena ako nakapanalo isa kay T-Mac, pwedeng dito siya pala. Ayun. Ayun. Pwedeng ito na yung kasunod pala. Pwedeng ito na yung susunod pala. Okay. Tapos Target, Papa Roach, tapos Cosmo, T-Mac. Ayun! Okay, race number 14. Race number 14 right away is going to be Zenaku taking on Shinji. It's Lupine Racer Jr. taking on the Iron Beak in our race number 14. Yep, race number 14. And for this matchup, Shinji will start this time at the red lane or lane 2, which is actually identical with its color, the red. And Zenaku will start at lane 1. Again, Zenaku at lane 1, Shinji at lane 2, as the respective starting lanes in this race. Number 14. Ready, set, bye. Sa momentum. Final lane, finger. Ay, tapit. Final lap. Mukhang makikesen wave pa. Okay, present wave. Ayun, natalo rin sa wakas. Natalo rin sa wakas. Erog. Talo rin sa wakas si Shinji. Sabi ko na nga ba, nagka-momentum eh. Yan ang sinasabi ko. See, I told ya. I told you earlier, Zenaku putting Shinji, giving Shinji its first loss. Crescent wave. Si Shinji yung si Zenaku yung unang tumalo kay Shinji. Grabe, kanina pa nagwawala si Shinji. It so happen na maganda lang yung talagang tinatakbo niya. Until that time, until that final lane change, ayun, nagkasakit lang. Malas. So, final assignment for Zenaku will be against Papa Roach. And then, Shinji on the other end will have the Twin Arrow Avantes as its final assignment. So, it's going to be Avatari first. Shinji lost for the first time against Zenaku. Nagka-red mark din sa wakas. Bumawi. Race number 15 right away. It's going to be Papa Roach taking on Stargate. Again, another rivalry of limited edition card kits for our race number 15 rather. Papa Roach, the limited edition / Reaper Clear Orange Special, taking on the Merlion edition Stargate. And in this matchup, Stargate will start at lane 1. Definitely. Lane 1. 15 na ngayon lane 2 yung I receive pala. Because they both have rotating switches, I have to sit right away. So in this case, it's a Stargate right here, starting at lane 1, Papa Roach at lane 2. Again, Papa Roach here at lane 2, and Stargate at lane 1 as their respective starting lanes in this race. Number 15. Ganda laban to. Ready, set, bye! Hinabol. Penalty lap, final in danger, Papa Roach. Final lap, 30. KO. Winner. Ang ganda. Ang ganda. At the first half, it's Stargate, but at the second half, Papa Roach are able to recover and survive its Stargate's onslaught. I don't know how it happened there, pero parang may ano na. Looks like we have a problem for Stargate, I think. Pero sige, I think this is still fine. Papa Roach giving Stargate its second loss. Alright, second loss for Stargate at the expense of Papa Roach. Yan, dito na siya. Pareho namang winner, okay lang. Tapos dito na yan si Stargate. Stargate's final assignment will be against Cosmo Atomica. Okay. Green for PR. Green. Only the second win for Papa Roach. Race number 16. Okay. Cosmo team up. Ayun. Teka 12 dapat to. 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's good. Okay, race number 16. Okay, race number 16. We have here Cosmo Atomica taking on Team Avatari in our race. Number 16. Yan, sa dalawang nanonood, thanks so much. To the couple of persons. Yep. 2 viewers, a couple of viewers out there, thanks so much for watching Deepat's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. And we are ongoing with our race number 16. And for this matchup, Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 1. And Team Avatari will start at lane 2. Again, Team Avatari at lane 2 or the red lane, and at the blue lane, it's Cosmo Atomica having their respective starting lanes here. In this race, number 16. Ready, set, bye. Inabol na. Tanggo, pero. Yun. Ayun, sabi. Penultimate lap. Final lap. KO. 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 Cosmo Atomica prevailing over T-Mac Avatari. Alright. Cosmo, dito yan. T-Mac's final assignment is Shinji. So yung twin aero Avantes niya, yung last assignment ni Shinji. After ni Shinji kay Avatari, kay T-Mac naman. Ganun na mangyari dyan. T-Mac lost to Cosmo. Mukhang nanganganib. Mukhang nanganganib siyang matanggal. Aray ko. Naloko na. May Avatari pa pala. Ay, oh. Sige. Last 5 races in our single round robin. Race number 17 right now. We got here Avatari taking on Shinji. It's Aero Avante versus Iron Beak. So, it's Rev Series versus Racing 4x4 Series. In our race number 17, and in this matchup, a traditional rivalry of blue and red. In our race number 17, Avatari will start at lane 2. Shinji at lane 1. So it's opposite their respective colors here. In this race number 17, wherein Avatari will start at the red lane or lane 2, and Shinji will start at the blue lane or lane 1. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is race number 17. Ready, set, fight. Latin! Oh, good! Grabe na mga aksyon. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Not yet. Final lap. Winner! Okay. Winner. Nasundan na bago nag-lane changer si ano eh. Nasundan na si Avatari bago nag-lane change silang dalawa. Bago napunta dun sa ano, sa lane changer. Wala na. Nasundan ni dun sa curve pa lang. So that's an outright victory. Shinji recovering from its tough loss earlier upon beating Avatari. Alright. So final assignment for Shinji will be against T-Mac Avatari, and Avatari on the other end will wait for Papa Roach being its final assignment. So possibly race number 21 later. So damn. Well, at least walang nag back to back. At least it's good that we don't have a back to back or back to back races for either car. Back to back race. Back to back races for either car. Any of the 7 cars here. What do you call the Shinji one against Avatari rather? Okay, there you go. So Avatari is officially eliminated actually. So Avatari only 1 win registered here. So 4 losses, 1 win. So I think it's safe to say that Avatari is eliminated here. So, no bearing na yung huling laro niya against Papa Roach later. No bearing na. So, most likely matatanggal siya na maaga. Alright, race number 18. We got here, final assignment for Zenako against Papa Roach. Papa Roach versus Zenako in our race number 18. So, it's Slash Reaper versus Lupine Racer 15066 taking on 18085. Sa ating race number 18. And for this matchup, Slash Reaper Papa Roach will start at lane 1, Zenako at lane 2. Again, Papa Roach at lane 1, Zenako at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 18. Ready, set, Papa Roach with a quick start. Oh, that was good. Good stability right there. Point. Saktan, baka ng talong eh. Yun. K off. Winner na yan. Winner. Papa Roach, winner. Hit. Penultimate lap na sana yun, kaya lang natumba si Zenako. Mas mabagal na nga yung pangunang natumba. Aray ko. Tinalo na, napatumba rin si Papa Roach. Paano? Nakaambalan si Zenako. So that's definitely an accidental foul. And eventually, Papa Roach winning it over Zenako. So unfortunately for Zenako, it's single round robin campaign ended with a loss. A tough loss, a hit loss against Papa Roach. So I guess it's safe to say that Zenako will also be eliminated here, I guess. Pero tingnan natin. Kasi dalawa lang yung panalo niya ni Zenako. Nasira yung back-to-back. Nasira yung momentum niya dun So that's a possibility na matatanggal ng maaga si Zenako rito. Papa Roach, one more. Kaya Batari. Yan. Okay, last 3. Last 3 races in our elimination round for this Run and Gun Wednesday edition. We got here Cosmo Atomica taking on Stargek. Alright. So mga yung natitirang 6 last assignment na nila lahat yan. Last assignments na nila yan. So in our race number 19, Cosmo Atomica versus Stargate, ang matchup natin. And in this matchup, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 2, Stargate at lane 1 this time. Again, Stargate starting at lane 1, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 2 in this race number 19. Ganda laban to. Ready, set, bye! Aloko! Na-jinx! Na-jinx ko, na-jinx. Another jinx. Final lane changer. Point. Sakto lang yung dahil. Final lap. Winner. Talagang 6 laps talaga. Tapos sa 6 laps talaga. Mga klase. Cosmo Atomica wrapping up its elimination round campaign with a victory over Stargex. Unfortunately, likewise, just like Zenako, Stargex will end its campaign in a loss. So let's see if that trio of wins and losses at the end of the elimination round will be enough. Let's see if this will be enough to catapult itself to the semi-finals round later in our race-ups. Malalaman natin yan mamaya. Tapos, Sindilos. Okay. Penultimate race of our single round robin for today, race number 20. We got here Team Avatari taking on Shinji. Supposed to be maging team up ko sana to eh. Kasama sana sa fleet ko ng backstop tong si Shinji, kundi lang nasira. Itong si Irobe. Actually, ano lang, remake lang ito. Nung backstop ko noon. Itong si Shinji. Nagpapalit lang. O parang guest racer lang siya ulit dito sa nakikigulo lang sa DTL SMC. Alright. Pero so far, maganda rin ang pinapakita. Let's see kung magtuloy-tuloy yan. Malamang mag-semis na to. Sila ni Cosmo Atomica, malamang mag-semis na to. Alright, in our race number 20, Team Akabatari taking on Shinji. The past and present backstop racers going at it. Sa ating race number 20, wherein Shinji will start at lane 2, Team Akabatari lane 1. So, identical with the respective colors as well. The blue lane are lane 1, that's for Team Akabatari to start with. And Shinji will start at the red lane or lane 2 in this 20th and penultimate race of power elimination round here in our run and gun Wednesday edition. Ready, set, fight! Ayan na, natratan! Oh, ganda! Parang patapang tayo dito! Hoy, mga boy! Penultimate na final lane changer! Doon, final lap! Sinabot ka pa na! Tingnan natin! Oh! What a race number 20 that was, ladies and gentlemen. We got a seesaw battle went on between Team Akabatari and Shinji, but unfortunately, kinapos na sa last 2 laps si Team Akabatari. Talagang si Shinji, hataw kung hataw eh. Grabe. Grabe yung hataw ng busy talaga. Ibang klase. Wow. And it's going to be Shinji with another upset victory over Team Akabatari. The OG backstock machine that I have before, yun naman, ayun pa rin, nanalo pa rin kontra sa kasalukuyan kong entry sa backstock. Itong si Team Akabatari, ibang klase to. So Shinji will close this out with a win. Outright semis, definitely pasok na sa semis yan, 10 points. Si Team talo. Laglag to. Palagay ko, yung kambal na Aero Abante, posible laglag. Laglag to. Palagay ko. Aray ko. Aray ko po. Ayan, sigurado, outright na si, palagay ko si Cosmo Atomica, pasok na rin yan. Most likely, papasok ulit na si Cosmo. 8 points eh. 8 points yan. Yung iba, 10 points. Yung iba, 8 points. Ewan ko lang kung mayroon pang papasok later. So, tingnan natin. Pero yan, si, T-Mac, laglag yan. Most likely malalaglag yan. Kahit si Avatari din, posible malaglag na siguro dito. Let's see. Alright. Final race of our elimination round here is going to be Papa Roach versus Avatari. Alright. In our race number 21, Papa Roach will start at lane 2, Avatari at lane 1. So it's identical with their respective colors. At the blue lane or lane 1, it's Avatari. And at the red lane or lane 2, that's the starting lane of Papa Roach in our 21st and final race of our elimination round. This Run and Gun Wednesday edition. Ready, set, fight. Wait, 1 minute. Sorry. Nakatak. Naka-excite. Sorry. Ready, set, fight. Wala talaga. Maliban na lang kung impang yan. Unless impang. Alright. Finally, Danger, Paparot. Good. Kaya lang. Awan. Okay, winner. Winner. So wala pong draw na nangyari. Talagang ang nakita po natin ngayon so far, what we are seeing this December 2025, it's what you call in the Philippines, we call that rat kung rat. It's a run and gun. It's now or never. Like that, just like that. So that's what it means, rat kung rat. It's fire with fire. It's actually fire with fire, what we are seeing right now here as we open up December 2025. Papa Roach ending the elimination round campaign with a victory over Avatari. And I think Papa Roach can still secure another semis berth. So that wraps up our 21 races in the single round robin today. So during the break, so we'll go to a short break for the meantime. So for us to be able to tabulate and finalize the race ops cast, the final forecast going to the race ops later. So we'll proceed to be proceeded right away with our semifinals races, race for the bronze and championship race, and all of these more of that when the Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 returns in our live streaming here on DPAT TV. Alright mga ka-Dipat, mga ka-Detail at mga ka-Tamiya and all the Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world, ladies and gentlemen, Don Patrick Dipat Aguilar here bringing you back to our continuing live stream of Dipat's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 with this December 3, 2025. So the 21 races in the single round robin has ended for our Run and Gun Wednesday edition today has ended already with finalized results and the final forecast is now set. So we have now our final forecast going to the race ops later. The top four are as follows. It's going to be surprisingly Shinji on top. On top of the charts is Shinji with only one defeat. It's almost a sweep. It was almost a sweep for Shinji until that defeat against Zenaku. The lone defeat of Shinji was at the expense of Zenaku, right? Dun sa races natin sa single round robin. But still, the 10-point output, 5 wins, 1 loss, good enough to get the top seed going to the race ops later on. And following him, him tuloy. Following Shinji rather, hindi pala to lalaki o babae, sorry. They are just code names actually. Yung mga binabanggit kong pangalan, they are just code names. Parang sa mga sasakyang pandigma lang yan eh. May mga kanya-kanyang code name lang. No? Alright, so following Shinji is the Orange Agents actually, Cosmo Atomica and Papa Rocho. They tied at second place with a total of 8 points apiece. But when it comes to win over the other, it's going to be Papa Rocho acquiring the second seed, and Cosmo Atomica will be relegated to the third seed, pero sila na rin ang magkalaban dyan sa ating semifinals number 1 later on. Sila na yung maglalaban mismo sa semis. Actually, magre-rematch na sila ulit. Last Monday, championship race yung dalawang Orange Agents natin, pero pagdating ng semifinals, maghaharap na ulit sila. Yun ang 2 and 3, pero Papa Roach number 2, then Cosmo Atomica number 3. And the fourth and final ticket to the race ops went to Stargek with a total of 6 points. So that's a trio of wins and losses. Yan, good enough. Good enough to clinch the final ticket to going to the race ops later on. So yan, yung Twin Aero Avantes at si Zenaco sibak ng maaga. So, papalitan sila ni na Unicosmo, Zeta, Pereira, at Escolta on Monday na po. Sa Monday. So, ibig sabihin, next Wednesday na mapapakita yung Queen Aero Avantes at saka sinasin Apo. Plus, yung mangungulilat sa ating race ops later. Okay. So, the cast is set. So, it's going to be semifinals number 1, Papa Roach versus Cosmo Atomica 2 versus 3 matchup respectively. To be followed right away by Shinji versus Target in our 1 versus 4 matchup in our semifinals races in the race ops. So without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race ops, beginning with our semifinals number 1. First up, okay, I have to put back the flash. I have to turn on the flash once again, so as everybody can see the actual view of what's going on with the races here on DTL SMC Season 2. Alright. So without further ado, let's begin right away our race ops with our semifinals number 1. First up, we have a Papa Roach, the second seeded car, taking on the third seeded car, Cosmo Atomica. Rematch of the previous championship race last Monday. This Run and Gun Wednesday afternoon, they will do a rematch once more in the semifinals, as early as this semifinal. Dito pa lang sa semis, magkarap na ulit sila, rematch sila. So, in our semifinals number 1, Cosmo Atomica taking on Papa Roach, with Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 2 and Papa Roach starting at lane 1. Because 1-2-1 kung mangyayari ngayon dito sa semis 1. Semis 1, lane 1 ang higher seed, lane 2 sa semis 2. Sa lane 2 naman yung higher seed. Ganon din sa championship race. Sa race for third at semis 1, lane 1 ang higher seed. So, for this case, Papa Roach will start at lane 1, Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 2. Okay. So, parehong nakakonceal pala ito. Parehong selyado yung mga makina. So, i-shake ko na lang na ganito. Bawal dragon spread. DQ. DQ ang Dragon spread dito. Malas! Alright, mga ka-Dipak, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya, and all of our kababayans and our fellow Filipinos around the world, and for all other Tamiya Mini Four-Wheeler Racing fans around the world, ladies and gentlemen, you're still watching Dipak's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this December 3, 2025 in our race day number 2 of 8 as we wrap up the third to the last week of Season 2 of the Tamiya League Stock Water Conference. We just truly Don Patrick Dipa still with the call here. And without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race ups, beginning with this semifinals. Number 1. Ready, set, start! Paparod nila big start. Huwag mga nila catching up. Trying to grab the lead. Paparod becoming resilient. Ayun, kinuha na ni Coach Matomina. Penultimate lap. Final changer na yan. Going to the final lap. Let's see. Akulin pa ba? Wala na. Doon nakisod siya na Paparod. Biglang napapreno si Paparod eh. Yung 1 second na tilt na yun, yun na. Yan ang nag-cost ng talo. Paparod. Aray ko. Aray ko. That was a wild ending right there na semifinals number 1. Pero una, nanalo si Paparot, binawian si Cosmo. But this time, bumawi naman si Cosmo Atomica on that note. And it's going to be Cosmo Atomica continuing its title defense, going to the championship race once again upon beating its former rival, previous championship race rival, Paparot. So Paparot will settle for the race for the bronze later on. In the meantime, we got here semifinals number 2 between the top-seeded car, Shinji, taking on the 4th-seeded car, Stargeek. So it's Iron Dick VZ chassis versus Super 2 chassis Merline edition in our race number 2 of the semifinals rounds in the race. Semifinals round of the race-ups rather. And in this matchup, Shinji will start at lane 2, Stargeek at lane 1. Again, Stargeek will start at lane 1, Shinji will start at lane 2. Yan. Sinabi ko na kagad para at least alam nyo na saan mag-i-start yung mga auto ko. Kaya matumihan ko to. Hindi ako makakuha ng dumi. Masyado ko yata nilinisan eh. Masyadong ginalingan yung paglinis eh. Ereg! Masyadong ginalingan ng inyo pong lingkod yung paglinis. Diba, pwede ako mag-dragon split dito eh. Parehong BZ at Super 2 kasi ito. It's BZ versus Super 2. Magandang laman to. Parang ano lang, parang Dark Sun versus ano lang to noon Dark Sun versus Setsu na dati. Hindi. BSBZ pala yun noon, no? Dark Sun Setsu na. Sino ba yung naging matalik na kaliban ng mga BZ noon? I think si Merrick ata or si Merrick MP, parang gano'n, no? O Merrick versus Neon Sara, mga ganyan, no? Parang gano'n. This time sa ano naman, Stock Motor Conference, Stargeek Super 2 versus Shinji BZ. Backstock versus open backstock mangyayari. Alright, mga ka-Dipat, mga ka-Detail, at mga ka-Tamiya, ladies and gentlemen, all the Tamiya Mini Four-Wheeler Racing fans around the world, here now is our semi-finals, number 2. Ready, set, fight! Inabon! 2, 4, 3, 2. Final endanger! Re-race. Re-race pa mo or last car standing. Re-race, last car. Last car standing yan. Manda pa pala, sorry. Okay, officials time out Stargeek. Pit stop. Pit stop tayo kay Stargeek. Kasi natanggalan siya ng gulong. Sa actual competition, ganun talaga sa mga actual competition, hindi rin maiwasan na magkaroon ng mga accident, mga freak accidents as we call it. Uh, there are a lot. There are actually a lot of freak accidents. Talagang super freak accidents during the races. Just like this case. Just like in this case, natanggalan ng gulong. The wheel fell off. The rear wheel. In this case, the rear wheel fell off from Stargate. So you just have to reinstall some first aid. You have to put some first aid in it. Okay, hopefully this will work. Hopefully this works. Last car standing. So yung sinastalkate at si Shinji pala. Yung dalawang kulela, sila pa palang nag-semis. So, wait a minute. Nalaglaging lang. Okay, I guess it's good. This looks good. Hopefully this looks good. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here now is our restart in our semifinals number 2. Last car standing concept will be applied here to determine the finalist. Ready, set, bye. Easy ahead. Then alternate na, final maintainer, let's see. Final lap. Winner. Okay, tingnan ko. O, atis na pasas na. Yan. Akala natin last car standing, ano lang pala. Race to 6 pa rin pala. And for the first time in, actually this is not actually the first time for Shinji to enter the championship race actually. So first time from its comeback. So it's actually the first time in a long while for Shinji to enter the championship race to pit itself against Papa Roach, Cosmo Atomica rather, in our championship race later on. So yung top 2 ang magkalaban sa ating championship race with no, it's actually 1 versus 3. Top seed Shinji versus third seed Cosmo Atomica in the championship race. And in our race for the bronze right away, we have our race for the bronze. It's number 2 Papa Roach taking on number 4 Stargate. Alright, so the race for the bronze matchup, it's going to be Papa Roach versus Stargate. So it's a race between the limited edition car kits in our race for the bronze. And for this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 1, Stargate at lane 2. Again, Stargate at lane 2, Papa Roach at lane 1, being the respective starting lanes. Okay. Merlion Edition, kalaban ang Slash Reaper Clear Orange. Actually, combination siya ng red at saka red at saka ng clear orange. BS plus MS. Pero MS ang nangibabaw this time. Yan. Biglang umalog din pati upuan. Sarag. Alright, mga ka-TTL, mga ka-TPAT, mga ka-Tamiya, and all of our Tamiya Mini 4 racing fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this race for the bronze in our DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this run and gun Wednesday of December 3, 2025. First to make 6 laps. Ready, set, bye. Mga karon, so we're gonna start. Yari. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Takbo. Parang uod. Grabe, parang uod yung takbo. Okay. So, si Stargate, mapapalitan ni, alongside the Avatari, Team Avatari, Senaku, and Stargate will be replaced by Pereira, Unicosmo, Zeta, and Escolta. Sa Lunes. So, ibig sabihin sa next Wednesday sila babalik apat. It's going to be Papa Roach prevailing over Stargate in our race for the bronze. So, additional 1 aggregate point, a total of 3 for Papa Roach. Alright. So, ilalagay ko na lang siya sa podium table later. So, papakita ko dyan sa, at pagkatapos ng live stream na to, papakita ko dyan sa DPAT's Tamiya League Facebook page. Okay. So, finally, but definitely not the least, the culminating round of our daily competition here on DTL SMC Season 2. We got here the top-seeded car, Shinji, taking on the third-seeded car, Cosmo Atomica. So, it's going to be the youthful exuberance versus the experience. So, it's comebacking. The returning backstop versus the veteran na open backstop, ang ating rivalry sa ating championship race. So, Cosmo Atomica with a new challenger in Shinji. And in this matchup, Shinji will start at lane 2. Yep, lane 2 for Shinji, lane 1 for Cosmo Atomica, being the respective starting lanes. Once again, it's Shinji starting at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1. Okay, so I have to put a lot of dirt. So let's see kung mag-all the way si Shinji dito sa labanan na to. Yung yung Shinji pwede ta. Ano ito BZ. Yung isa naman FMA. So it's BZ versus FMA pala sa ating championship race. Pero to, parang labanan to ng nagpapalik at saka nung matagal ng veterano. Actually, champion of the month awardee pa nga kung tutukusin. Okay, so looks good. All's well. Hopefully, both cars will end well. Alright, mga katipat, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya, and all of our Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this championship race coming in our Red and Get One Say festivities here on the Pats Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this December 3, 2025. First to make 6 laps. Ready, set, bye. Hoy, tumatabay! Pero final danger for TV. Yun lang! Sayang! Final lap! Ayun lang! Just when we thought Shinji was about to steal that win away from Cosmo Atomica, but unfortunately to no avail at the final lap, final lane changer na sa yun, sumabit. Pag-landing niya kasi sa DG straight, masama, medyo nakatilt. Nakatilt siya sa bandang kaliwa. Nakalist siya sa bandang kaliwa. Ayun, sumabit. Sayang na pagkakataon yun. That was a wasted opportunity for Shinji to clinch that championship away from Cosmo Atomica. Wow! That was a wild ending on that championship race. The veteran still remaining resilient, and of course, its stability still prevails over Shinji, and it's a back-to-back championship for Cosmo Atomica. But that was a different challenge right there, definitely. That was indeed a different challenge posted out by Shinji against Cosmo Atomica, but still not really that bad. At least Shinji will remain on Monday, December 8th, trying to and with an opportunity to make payback, to make some payback against Cosmo Atomica and the other cars that will oppose, uh, that will rival Shinji towards victory. Wow! Grabe yung labanan sa championship race yan. Just when you thought nga, makukuha ni Shinji, pero hindi. Sumabit lang. Buti na nga lang hindi tumalsik na ano eh. Yun lang naman na nagiging sakit ng BC, sumasabit lang. Buti nga ganun lang. Hindi yung tumatalsik talaga sa racetrack. Yung iba nga tumatalsik, kagaya ng AR, FMA, tumatalsik. Pero yung BC, kung AM bang man yun, sasabit lang eh. Sasabit lang. Kala ko sobrang bilis, aasahan mo na, M-bang talaga. Alright, so at the end of our race day, this December 3, 2025, and our grabe run and gun Wednesday in there. That was indeed a run and gun Wednesday that we have seen here today as we started this live stream. Yan, so again, let's do a quick recap before we close this out. Cosmo Atomica, Papa Roach, T-Mac, Avatari, Zenako, Shinji, and Stargate went at it in the 21 races of the single round robin. And after those 21 races, it turned out to be Shinji on top. And then Papa Roach and Cosmo Atomica tied at second place. But Papa Roach was able to beat Cosmo Atomica in the rematch. Dun sa, ano na yon, sa race number 10 kanina. Possible candidate na yun. Siguro yun ang race of the day. Pwedeng yun ang race of the day ngayong araw, yung race number 10, yung finals rematch, previous finals rematch ng nina Papa Roach at ni Cosmo Atomica, wherein Papa Roach won. Pero dun sa semis, mamaya papaliwag natin yan. Okay, so Papa Roach game the upper hand against Cosmo Atomica, tying, breaking their tie with the second seed. Then Cosmo Atomica relegated to the third seed, and Stargate surprisingly re-entered the semifinals once more. And puro manok na pula yung nakapasok sa ating semifinals. So, go to the race-ups. So, in our first semifinals matchup, it's a rematch between Papa Roach and Cosmo Atomica, wherein Cosmo Atomica was able to beat Papa Roach. And in the other semifinal bracket, Shinji was able to beat Stargate. In the re-race, nagkaroon sila ng re-race, but instead of ending it with a last car standing concept, it turned out to be a 6-lap affair once again. And eventually Shinji was able to maintain its speed and stability over Stargate to clinch another ticket, to punch another ticket to the championship race against Cosmo Atomica. And the race for third on the other end, Stargate versus Papa Roach was the matchup, and Papa Roach was able to beat Stargate in a 6-lap affair. And in our championship race, Cosmo Atomica prevailing over Shinji. Just when we thought Shinji was about to clinch that away from Cosmo Atomica, but unfortunately lost its balance and eventually got stuck on the track wall, paving the way for Cosmo Atomica to successfully defend its championship after finishing 6 laps. So the podium finishers at the end of this run and gun Wednesday today, it's going to be Cosmo Atomica with a back-to-back championship, back-to-back championship points, so a total of 6 already, grabbing the early lead to close out the first week of December 2025, going to our final 2 weeks, beginning December 8, 10, and 12, and then 15, 17, and we wrap up this season 2 of DTL SMC on next Friday, in 2 weeks from now. On Friday, December 19, going to the Grand Prix the next week, the following week after that. Alright, so it's on the other end, Shinji with his first 2 aggregate points this month after finishing second. Papa Roach adding 1 point on aggregate after finishing third with a total of 3. So it's from 3 to 1, si Cosmo Atomica may 6 points, Papa Roach 3, Shinji 2, T-Mac Avatari 1. So yun pa lang po yung mga nakascore so far at the end of week 1 of 3 for December 2025. So with that being said here, this will wrap up our Run and Gun Wednesday edition today of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this December 3, 2025. And once again, Don Patrick D. Paragular here for now signing off. Thanking you so much to all who watch and whoever will watch anytime on our live Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action every Monday and Wednesday for this week. The final week na natin to na Monday and Wednesday. So beginning next week, beginning Monday, December 8, it's going to be twice a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So pagdating ng Friday, games 5 and 8, that's a couple of Fridays to end season 2 of DTL SNC before an evening with Deepak Aguirre. Kasi po yung an evening with Deepak Aguirre, yung kantahan po natin tuwing Friday, ano yun, 6:30 po ng gabi. So, okay lang, pwede nating iuna yung DTL on Friday for games 5 and 8. Game 5 tsaka game 8. Yan, nagagawin natin yon on Friday, 4 p.m. sharp before an evening with Deepak Aguilar. Alright? So for now mga kalipat, I remind everyone to stay safe and healthy, avoid negative vices, especially drugs and all other negativities around you, protect yourselves from all those negativities and toxicities at all times and at all costs as well. Once again, Don Patrick D. Paragular here, leaving you a pleasant thrill and gun Wednesday afternoon to all of you. And as always, never forget to pray to God and be thankful all the time. For God is good, God is great, and God is almighty all the time. And as always, to God be all the glory and honor. God bless all of us. God bless our beloved Maharlika nation. And God bless the entire world and all of us Filipinos across the globe. And like I always remind each and every true Filipino across the globe, love the Philippines no matter what the crisis at mahalin po natin ang Pilipinas at sama-sama po tayong bumangon muli at ipakita at ipagmalaki po natin sa buong mundo. We must stand proud and show to the world that we are all true Filipinos, tayo mga tunay na Pilipino. Isigaw na malakas ang ating panalo. Shout out our victory to the world. Taos puso at taas noo, keeping our heads high and with all of our hearts kahit kanino. Pero sa mga manlulupig, hindi po tayo pasisiil, lakad matatag, anumang dilubyo ang dumaan. So once again, this has been another presentation of another Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action right here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. For now, Don Patrick D. Paragular here saying, Shokran, Tusentak. God bless always, everyone.